MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
Every once in a while, we all need a reset. A time to get back to basics and prioritize the things that really matter. Well, for the Toyota Land Cruiser, that time is now. So let's find out if it means bigger and better things for Toyota's iconic off-roader. The Toyota Land Cruiser's status among the global off-road community is legendary, and it's hard to imagine there's any corner of the earth where a Land Cruiser hasn't kicked up a little dust or mud. Well, 2024 sees the return of the Land Cruiser to the U.S. market after a 3-year hiatus, getting a major reset for the journey. The reset comes mostly by no longer being based on the large 3-row 300 series chassis, but a new version of the smaller 200 series, now known as the J250. As with the latest Tacoma, it uses the Tundra pickup's full-size steel frame. While the main Land Cruiser model, which goes by simply Land Cruiser, is packed full of luxury and convenience features, there is also a stripped-down model known as the 1958, honoring the first year the Land Cruiser made landfall here in North America. And it is that 1958 we have here, and we were glad to see it, as it also celebrates the original's back-to-basics approach as a blank canvas for you to personalize as you tackle more and more adventures. Not that it's fully stripped down, as 8-inch touchscreen infotainment, a 7-inch full-color multi-information display, and automatic climate control are still standard. Plus some seriously durable materials and great heated cloth front seats that throw off some Get Serious 1990s Tacoma vibes. But outside, there's a definite lack of flashy trim and basic-looking 18-inch wheels with Yokohama Geolandar all-season tires, plus big chunky bumpers and tilt-up back glass, which is a rarity that we appreciate. Though there is a little too much plastic in places that are sure to see some abuse if you do any significant off-roading. We did just that, both here in the Mid-Atlantic as well as in the California desert. And while there are some tech-forward driving aids, the actual hardware is in most cases plenty to get things done. That includes standard full-time dual-range 4-wheel drive, locking center and rear diffs, and 8.7 inches of ground clearance. A front stabilizer bar disconnect is also available to allow for increased articulation. Who needs a V6 or even a V8 when you've got Toyota's iForce Max setup at your disposal? With 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, coming from a 2.4-liter Turbo 4 with an electric motor sandwiched between the engine and its 8-speed automatic transmission. Low-speed torque delivery is impressive. It even feels a little rough around the edges, which may be a turnoff to some, but for us it just adds to the rugged old-school utility vibe in a good way. And it certainly feels quicker than an off-roader needs to be, with an instant torque dump as soon as we eased on the throttle at our Mason-Dixon test track, helping us get to 60 in 8.1 seconds and through the quarter mile in 16.3 seconds at 86 miles per hour. Considering the Land Cruiser's terrain-conquering mission, it behaved quite well in our handling course. It was plenty responsive to inputs with less body roll than we expected and plenty of grip from the tires. The steering was light and quick, but as expected, didn't provide much feel. Other than significant nosedive, braking performance was exceptional. Only 107 feet to panic stop us from 60 miles per hour. With the shift to the smaller size, there's no more third row available, and cargo capacity now comes in at 46.2 cubic feet, with a max of a still healthy 82.1. Now, the best part of the Land Cruiser's return is the entry price of $57,445. That's about $30,000 less than what the last Land Cruiser went for back in 2021. Whether it's over-the-top fashion trends, mullets, or zombies, just when you think they're dead, they come roaring back to life. Of course, we're much happier to see the resurrection of this 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser than any of those things. Toyota is one brand that still recognizes the value of full-framed rugged rigs and has also acknowledged that sometimes less really is more. The godfather of Toyota off-roading is back and better than ever.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.